Okay, guys, so I am back with cider donut muffins. These muffins are supposed to taste just like the donuts that you get at the cider mill. For those of you who live up in the upper, I guess, Midwest, would it be? Do you guys, I don't know how many states have cider mills, but it's fascinating to me how many people don't know what a cider mill is. Here in Michigan, we have tons of them. They're basically apple orchards that you can go and pick your own apples, and they'll pick them for you. You can buy them by the bushel, but most of them have what they call cider mills, which is where they take all their apples and they smash them and they make fresh apple cider that you can buy there. So you can go there, you can watch the cider being made. It's a pretty, fascinating and exciting process. So they're a big staple here, at least in Michigan. So in Michigan, when you go to a cider mill, you buy cider, and either cold or warm, and then you buy cider donuts, which are those, those really good vanilla cake donuts with cinnamon sugar sprinkled on them. I know my girlfriend Nita said that they sell them at carnivals and fairs. I don't think they sell them at carnivals and fairs here in Michigan, just because they're a staple at the at the cider mill. So anyway, long story short, that's what I'm making. I've never made them before, so we're going to make them together. And I figured, well, since I'm doing it and I already have the camera out from making bread rolls, I might as well share with you. So here we go. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to mix the dry ingredients first and then add the wet ingredients. So let me get my all-purpose flour here. And we need a cup and 3/4 of all-purpose flour. So grab my knife. Get a cup here. And 3/4, which will be my half cup measuring cup and my quarter. So there's my flour. Then we're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And there's my baking powder. One. And 1/2 teaspoons. And I'll have this all written down below for you guys. Then we need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Let's grab my salt. Half a teaspoon. Then we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. And now my nutmeg, I'm just going to eyeball and crush it fresh. Okay, then we're doing 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Let's get that in there. Quarter teaspoon of that. Doing 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. Okay, so that's it for our dry ingredients. So we're going to go ahead and put the paddle on. And we're just going to mix this up on low just until it's combined. Let's see if you guys can see that in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the wet ingredients. So what we've got here is 3/4 cup of milk. A 1/3 of a cup of vegetable or canola oil. I'm using vegetable because that's what I have on hand. And we're going to add 1 egg, minus any shells. Okay, and then we're going to just crank that back up and give that a mix until it's combined. You don't want to overmix it. Just going to mix it until it's all good. Okay, that looks good to me, so we're going to go ahead and drop that down. I'm going to slide you guys back. Okay, we'll take off the beater and get all the mix off of there as best as you can, at least. And there we go. And then just pull this off of your, just pull this off of the mixer. And I'm just going to go ahead and give this a good folding just to make sure all of the flour is incorporated. And there's our mix, and now we're going to go ahead and put it into some cupcake papers. Okay, so here I have my little cupcake muffin tin here. I'm just going to do this real easy with a spoon and fill my little cupcake papers. Nice good dab. Okay, now I have them all filled, and these are going to go in a 350-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes, and when I bring them out, I will show you how we add the cinnamon sugar topping. Okay guys, here's the cupcakes. All done. I don't know how well you can see them in my lighting, but they're nice and golden brown. Stuck a toothpick in them. They're nice and cooked. So now what we're going to do is we're going to dip them in some melted butter. This is a half cup or 1 stick of butter melted. And then we are going to roll them in a combination of cinnamon and sugar. This is a 1/4 cup sugar and 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. So let's give one a try. You want to do this when they're still warm, or hot actually. You're going to go ahead and dip that in butter, and then you're just going to go ahead and give it a good swirl in the cinnamon sugar. And there you have it. Just like a apple cider donut. See that? Alright, let's do one more. They're pretty hot, but that's what the directions says, and do it while they're hot. And I have to say, as a newbie, especially someone who doesn't bake, like I'm not a good baker. I'm learning to be a good baker. I have to learn to be a good baker, but as someone who is a much better cook than a baker, these are pretty darn easy to make. So there you have it. Alright, so I'm going to finish these up, and then I will come back and show you the end result. Okay, so here they are all done. How do they look, Luke?
Good.
They do look yummy, don't they? I'll pick one up. Cinnamon sugar on the top. They're cooling. We're gonna wait till after dinner to dig into these. There's my rolls all done, and my chili. I've got my onions and green peppers cooking in here, sauteing up, and gonna be making chili. So yeah, all right, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this this recipe. Super easy, especially if you're not a baker like me. So give it a try. If you do, comment below and let me know how you like them. All right, talk to you later, guys.